as per my research and knowledge, before entering into any business, not only the jewelry business, if you would like to start any business, first of all, you just do the research or analysis of the area in which you would like to start your business. Means the surrounding area of your business is important where you start the business for selection of a business. Before selecting any business, the two things is important. One is your area of interest. Second thing is acceptance of the market. Means if you are a Mr. Khanna is joining us. Just give me a minute. Hello, Mr. Khanna. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Sir, your voice is very low. We can't hear you.
Are you able to hear me now?
It's much better than earlier, but we need more quality voice. Hello? Hello? Am I audible, Mr. Khanna? Hello? Am I audible, Mr. Khanna? Hello? Hello? Mr. Khanna, you are on a mute. Hello? Hello? Friends, I think we are again lost the connection from his side. So please wait for 1 minute. Yes, I already asked him to unmute himself. Mr. Khanna, am I audible to you?
Yeah. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. Now we are able to hear you. Hello?
You're able to see me also?
No, sir, we can't able to see you. If audience can see to Mr. Khanna, please comment us in the chat box or Q&A.
Can we do it without
Sure, sir,
the
we can do it without the video.
video, right?
So, sir, as the today's session is with you and our audience, and we at ISFA is looking for your guidance for our new for our youth and the new business entrepreneur, those are willing to start their own and entrepreneurship journey. So, first of all, I would request you to start with your brief intro and about your experience and how you select this segment of business to start your career.
I'm a trained gemologist and have approximately 40 years of experience in this particular trade. So in this long journey, I've been learning, I have been experiencing. So both the things have been going hand in hand. During this long phase, we have developed a brand, but it takes a long time to create a trust for the brand. Anything you may be doing. So two things are necessary. One is visibility, the other is trust. So that people actually buy, actually work with you. So whatever trade you are entering, you have to have a very inbuilt structure where the entire technology related with that particular trade you must be aware of. You should be knowing everything about that trade. So it again is a long process and a very tedious process. So once you are a master of a particular kind of trade, so the technical knowledge here is very important. In any trade, you may be, the technical knowledge is very important, because unless and until you have the technical knowledge, you will not be able to get even the work done from your staff. Your team will not respect you. Your team will not be able. You will not be able to control your team unless and until you have the inbuilt technical knowledge required for that particular business. So we have built it over a period of time. Then we went into the process of franchising in 2020. Again, it is a good way of starting a business and also a good way of expanding the business. But again, like any business, it will have its pitfalls. Many people think that we will just start a business and all of a sudden, suddenly a magic will happen and we will earn a big bulk of money suddenly. That doesn't happen. It is a slow and tedious process. You have to slowly and steadily build up your business. Once a business is built up, it takes 2 to 3 years. Then you actually start earning. Before that, you have to learn from the franchisor, because if you are starting a franchise, then you don't have the technical knowledge. You don't have the intricate knowledge as to how particular things have to be done. So you have to learn them, one. And secondly, you have to implement them. Thirdly, you have to create your own market. The only benefit that a new starter and a person who takes a franchise is that franchise gets two benefits. One, he gets the benefit of technical knowledge that the franchising company is already holding. And secondly, he gets the benefit that the brand awareness is already there. He just has to build a business in his local area. So a hand holding is there, support is there. Wherever he is in trouble, he can ask something from someone who will not misguide him. So these are the benefits which the person is getting. And automatically, he will, if he puts in substantial time and he puts in resources also, then he gains. He works and he starts earning after 2 to 3 years. And as far as the franchising company is concerned, it gets a benefit because a franchisor person who takes the franchise will always work better than the staff, because he has his skin in the business. He has put his money in the business. He is putting time in the business. He is personally involved in it. So he will do better work than putting in staff there. So this is a very good way of expanding the business for those who already have a existing name, existing business there, and those who want to enter into a business, start something where they can earn and be on their own, then taking a franchise of a respectable brand who is able to support them, who has a visibility in the market, is a good start. Now I'm not able to hear you.
Sorry. As per your statement, sir, means if I summarize this, so for new investor and small investors, owning a franchise is better option than start the business from their own, because you
Yes,
have
yes,
a brand value with in your hands who is already exist in the market and people are trust on them.
yes, because creating the visibility and creating the trust of the people is the most essential part of any business. You may be in any business, but unless and until you have that trust, how will you able to get the customer and actually make the customer buy from you?
Okay. And sir, my second takeaway from your statement that the knowledge and the expertise is the key to success of the business. So in your particular segment, as you are having a owning a 28 store in 12 states
Mm.
or cities, so so they all are, means your franchisee stores is there. So you provide any type of training to them for.
Yes, 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 surely. The moment a
Okay.
person joins us, we give a training to the staff of that person, that we give training to that person, and our staff is well trained. So wherever there is a problem, even after training, there is a need of hand holding, we do that.
Okay. So, sir, my next question is, if anyone is looking for the franchising in gems and jewelry,
Hmm.
so what is the USP of your franchisee or your brand, so to selecting him easier way with the best one?
When we when we are searching for a person who will be taking our franchise, the first thing we see in that person is the commitment level. He should have a commitment that he will actually work hard and spend time on the project. And secondly, he should be prepared to invest reasonable resources. And thirdly, he should be patient enough and not thinking that this is some kind of a magic that all of a sudden you start a business of franchising or any other business for that matter, and all of a sudden big money will start coming into you. That is not possible.
And sir, my next question is on behalf of all the startups and MSMEs. Means what are the means what is the right time to enter into the franchising model of business, or anyone can start the franchising from the day one of the here their business establishment?
Look, starting franchising from day one is not a good idea unless and until you yourself have substantial experience, you yourself have substantial knowledge, you yourself have substantial visibility in the market, a brand image. Then starting franchising is of no use because the other person will be in a big trouble once he has invested. Because he will come to you to ask questions you yourself don't know. Look, if you even just have a bookish knowledge, how will you be able to guide a person who is in a practical problem?
Yes, absolutely right. And because in the current scenario, na, people are copying the other practices of success, but they don't know the pain of their shoes.
Look, there is
How they can.
there are never any gains without pains.
Yes, yes, yes.
Pains
If
are
you,
definitely ought to be there. If anyone
yes, if you want.
opening franchising or giving franchising is a very comfortable thing, it is not. It has its set of problems involved in it because one of the biggest problems which we face is that the people who join in, they think that the moment they lift the shutter, suddenly money will start pouring in. That never happens.
And
That's a
sir, before your joining, I'll just started the topic that what are the essentials before choosing any business or franchisee to start in your own area or for your own. So, as you are the expert in this domain, so what are the key five elements before selecting the any franchisee or for the new investors or small investors from your side, sir?
uh, for small investors, for franchises, what they should be looking for a established business organization which has a substantial, long experience so that they have seen the lows and highs of the market. They have seen all the kinds of problems so that they are able to guide you whenever you are in trouble. Because there will be a number of troubles. Customers will be creating troubles. Your product line can have some problems. There are a number of problems that can come up when you're doing any business. So all those things he should have experience that particular organization should have an experience so that they are able to guide you, build you, and give you time, give you training from time to time. It's not just training is never a one-time job. That once you have heard such certain things, you have seen certain things, and that's over. You have to keep on developing yourself. You have to keep on developing your staff, both in the technical areas as well as in the interpersonal and marketing areas. These things work in the long time.
And sir, when we are going to the tier 3, tier 4 cities, and people are not aware about the much about the brands, those are already exist in the metro cities and tier 2 cities. They are just only know the big names. Those are already having the thousands of store or 500 of store in all the area and good media presence and media coverage for their brand. And they are scared about to take the franchisee of the new brands. But that brands are also not new. They have their own 100 or 50 plus stores already in the market. So, Miss, do you have any suggestion for them that how they can go with that brands also? Because that brand is providing much easier way and give the tech training to their franchisor to run a successful business and all the backend support.
You're right. Smaller brands will always give better support than very big brands. Secondly, very big brands will ask for very big resources from you. So you may not be able to create those resources to give that brand. So if you think that with limited resources you should be working, then you should work with small brands where they are more efficient and they want to give training and develop their own business also. Because franchising is a way of expanding. But at the same time, it has its pitfalls also, both sides. Because we are into this business, so we have a specialized team which is dedicated to handling the problems and everything related with the franchises. And if you think that without that team someone can work, it's impossible.
And sir, as we are covering, means having your presence today's session, so we our special focus area is for the gems and jewelry section only. And means if anyone from abroad is taking the franchisee of Indian brand, so how that Indian brand can support them in a material wise and training wise in that country?
When a person sitting outside India wants to establish a brand outside
Yes.
India, then there are certain problems which have to be discussed beforehand. Like the first thing is the custom duty, because every country levies a particular custom duty on whatever they are importing. So you should be aware that what will be the custom duty in that particular country. Let's say the person is importing the products in X country. So he should be aware that what will be the custom duty. And there is no custom duty when we are exporting it from India, but there are some handling charges which are levied and which anyone who is sending the products abroad will automatically add into the product cost, because that is mandatory. That's the system here that works. So that thing should be very clear to the other person. And secondly, before entering into any kind of business, because a person who is doing in business, a brand which is in India, will have the knowledge, the product style, the designing, everything, which is as per the taste of Indian people. So if a person is, let's say a person thinks that he will establish a brand, Indian brand in Italy, then it will be very difficult for him, because Italian people have different tastes. They have different design requirements. They have this different kind of products which they will like to buy. Indians will buy different products. So all these things he should take care of before making any decision, because
Okay.
this is very essential. Like even when multinational companies, American companies, and all they come to India, they also change their products somehow, because Indian people will not eat the kind of product they are selling in USA. Let's take McDonald's. They also have their tikki is more spicy in India than in USA, or their uh, burgers are of different taste in USA, different taste in India, because Indian people will not like to eat the drab kind of food which US people will eat. So all those changes are required, and in jewelry more so, because the designs which are liked anywhere or the kind of products which are liked anywhere will be different.
Yes, sir. You are absolutely right that before offering your franchisee in the international market, you should also do the full research work and groundwork over there on the taste of the and requirement of
Yes,
the
yes.
public
That should be done.
and all the legal framework also you should cover
Yes.
and carefully do all the compliances before entering into the any international market. And sir, as my next question is that means as you are is the leader in the gemology, so what are the basic tips for the my audience as a layman to check the purity of means check the originality of the gems?
Look, on the face of it, when we first see, um, if we want to find out without as to which gemstone is pure or it is original or it is fake, the first thing is, then when you look inside a gemstone, it should not be completely transparent, shining, without inclusions. If you see any such things, 99% possibilities that it is fake. And further clarification to understand it further, the only way a layman has is to get it tested from a proper laboratories. There are a number of laboratories also across our entire country, but most of them are not authentic laboratories. Laboratories which are established by Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council of Ministry of Commerce, that is JGEPC. Those are the only laboratories which are authentic laboratories. So the person should go there and get it tested there. Because just by seeing it, for a layman, a a piece of plastic, a gemstone, a resin, some other stone, what it is, he will not be able to make out. Because that is not the area of expertise that he has.
Okay. And sir, in gold also means metal also there is a means real and fake metals are available in the
For
market.
that the government has already done a lot of good work, and they have uh, made it compulsory that every jewelry piece should be hallmarked.
Almost.
So
Yes.
that hallmark should be checked. So what is happening? There is a tendency again. There are people who would want to earn big money, so they are making
Yes. Yes.
hallmarks by themselves and imprinting it on the rings and pendants. So you should check it with the eyeglass. The hallmark, which is actual hallmark, that the mark is always in made in such a way that the gold comes up and you are able to see the difference. But if a person has written that the triangle he has made by himself, then that will be inside the ring or pendant, the metal. So the ring, what he would have done is a kind of engraving, and that engraving will make the difference. So you will be able to make it understand it very easily that this is a made by someone else or this is by the machine which the this hallmarking center uses. So that's a thing which you can understand by seeing 3 or 4 hallmarks at different places by eyeglass, not by naked eye.
And sir, in current scenario, means everything is available on the e-commerce platforms, and the companies are also run their own platform for the online sale of the product. So, in particularly in gems and jewelry industry, so what is the means the your suggestion that can individual can mostly go for the outlet shopping, or the online shopping is also safe, similarly safe as the store shopping?
Online shopping can be safe if the brand which is selling is genuine and they want to give good products. But the entire gem and jewelry industry, the entire thing is based on trust. So people are not able to mm, trust very high value products on e-commerce platforms. So they prefer to have a look and feel. They want to actually see the product before buying it. So that's where the work of franchising comes in.
Yes. Yes, you are absolutely
At
right that
least in India,
in the
at
yes, sir,
least
continue,
in
please.
India, no brand has been able to scale up its e-commerce business to a very big level because there are pitfalls people are unable to trust. So most of the brands have opened up franchise locations. They have opened up their own stores. So a lot of these things have been done.
Yes, you are absolutely right, sir. Because in particularly in metal industry, people are trust on their people only, and they go for the shop buying mostly.
Ah, they go
And
to
but
the place where they trust.
yes, and but in the youth segment, they do the shopping, but it's limited to the up to 20,000 or 50,000 maximum, I guess, or more, 1 lakh. To go for
Yes,
just
yes.
buy a bangle or just a ring or a bracelet for just a surprise gift plan, in kind of that if they want to send someone in different state.
That takes place. Yes, it is there, but still it has its limitations and pitfalls.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes. So, sir, as we are on the end side of our session, so now I would like to hear from you that if anyone would like to take the franchisee of Khanna Gems, so could you elaborate in brief that what are the advantages of taking the franchisee and what is the cost, what are the minimum area is requirement for that, and what is your checklist before giving the franchisee to anyone?
As I told you before, the first thing which we check when we get into contact with anyone who wants to take our franchise is that the particular person should have a very strong desire to actually do the business. He should be prepared to invest both time as well as resources in the business. Only then it's worthwhile that he should be making that effort, and we should also be going ahead. So that is the primary thing that is required. The second thing is that he should be having the resources which are required, the financial resources which are required to actually do this business, to open a franchise, work there, and his prior knowledge and his experience, they do count, but they are not very important. We believe that if a person is prepared to work hard, and that is, of course, if he is working hard, he will give time, then automatically the business will be able to do well within some time. And the only thing required is patience. Because as I have described number of times, that people think that franchising means or any business means all of a sudden you will be able to earn big money. That is not possible. It's a very slow, steady, tedious jobs. Just like, and it has its problems like the mm, snake and ladder game, which we used to play as children. There are ups, there are downs, there's gains, yes, but there are possibilities of losses always. So numerous things keep on happening. You should be able to mm, handle them. Then only you will be able to succeed. It's not magic.
Sir, any tips for our young generation to, those are passing out from the management institution or other professional courses. So as jobs are very crucial part of in today's scenario, so how they can start their own career and provide the employment to others as well.
Just as our Prime Minister has been saying that start your business, give employment to people instead of searching for jobs. This is something very positive for the country in the long run. We need entrepreneurs. We need people who create business, who create work for others, both in manufacturing, trading, and all these activities. That only will make India a real Sone ki Chidiya again, and not just working for someone or thinking that once you have done some job, you should be getting some employment either in government or here or there. Just employment is not important. You should be an entrepreneur. And for that, first of all, what I will always suggest is you look inside your own self to see what are your interests, what interests you. I tell you very frankly, I'm in this industry because I love my business. I love my gems. I love jewelry. I love stones. I love handicrafts. So that brings me in this business. And if someone is in love with his business, then the time spent there is not a problem. It is not a punishment that you are facing. It is something which you are doing out of your passion. Once, whatever your passion may be. So go with your passion, work in that area. Don't think that all of a sudden, once you have started a business, you will be able to buy a BMW and do this and go for a world trip or do that or do that. But slowly and steadily build the business. Slowly, it's a slow game. Anyone who says that it can be a fast thing or all of a sudden something will happen either doesn't know it or is putting up a false statement. So you should be prepared to work hard, give 3 to 4 years, and remember, even if you go for a job, it is true that from the first month onwards you will start getting something, but for a long time you will have to learn what is there in that particular industry. You will have to work very hard as a starter. Only then you will be able to raise your own level. So work in your own area. It's always better. In the long run, it will be more rewarding.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Khanna, for your valuable advice. And from the keynote which I take from your address is the we are ready to work in the direction for making our country the Sone ki Chidiya again.
Right.
And for that, our government is take lots of initiatives to support the entrepreneurs and startups. They provide funding venture over there. They provide the government grants to them. They provide the ease of doing business through the one window clearance system and other supporting end of the government. They means create the solution center for all the means like GST center, Suvidha Kendra, and other solution licensing provision is there, which government make the easier for the startups to get. And there are lots of other private platforms are also available to give the funding to the entrepreneur mindset. And in India, in nowadays, we have a booming of the entrepreneurship. Everyone would like to start their own venture. But from your address, I take another key point is the area of interest. First of all, you just juggle yourself and identify your key strength and the area of interest, whether you go into the business or in a job. If you go into your area of interest area, then you can perform well, whether it will be a business or a job.
Yes, that's right. And one more thing that what I what I see in India is 140 crore people. I tell people that in Delhi NCR there are 3 crore people living.
Yes.
Entire Canada has this much of population, and there are 140 crore people who are who want food, who want clothing, who want shelter, who want good things, cars, mobiles, and whatnot. There is a there are words of one of our presidents. He says that we are still alive. Dr. Radhakrishnan says this, that we are still alive, still vital, still looking forward, dissatisfied with our present. This is most important. Dissatisfied with our present, looking forward to a future. Till we have this kind of impulse, the future of our country is safe. So there is a huge market in India for everything. Huge market. Nowhere in anywhere in the world there is such a big pent up demand of for goods and services. That pent up demand is only there in India. Educated people, generally nice people, generally trustworthy people. So this is the biggest market. This is the place which you can again be converted into Sone ki Chidiya, and that Sone ki Chidiya will give you also Sone ke Ande.
Yes. And sir, in Indians are also having a purchasing power capacity in all the segment of the industry. That's why the global markets are having the key eye on us in present scenario, and everyone want to launch their brand or their product in India for
Yes,
the mass consumption.
the aggregate demand, as it is exactly termed in economics, that aggregate demand is maximum in India. That's why everyone is running towards India.
Yes. So, sir, thank you very
I
much
see a very buoyant market.
for.
I see a very, very buoyant market and a very big future for every industry. So I will ask the young people and everyone who is interested in doing something for his own family, for his own self, that he should start a business, work on it. It may be a self-starter, he may take a franchise or whatever he may do. But this is the country, this is the right time.
Well taken your point, sir. And as we are on the end of our session, and thank you very much for today joining us and sharing your valuable insight with our attendees and the youth. And we also upload this video on our website for so that they can check that video in detail and get your valuable suggestion in mark and do the required take the required steps in his future selections. And thank you very much, audience, to joining us today. And we are again meet you on next Monday, coming Monday on same time, 3 to 4 p.m. with our next guest, another guest who is sharing his own journey and experience in the franchising. And thank you, Mr. Khanna, for sharing this. And if anyone of you is looking for the franchisee of Khanna Gems or any other franchisee business, please connect us. We contact us. We can connect you with the right person of the industry, and they will help you. Thank you very much.